You're obsessed with Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
You're kidding, right?
As for the private apology you gave me, I don't recall that ever happening.
What are you doing out here?
Hello, my favorite girly pops. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, we're going to be taking a look at Beck exposing Amberlynn lying to us. So Amberlynn has been lying about Beck yet again. It's a wonderful time to be alive. I feel like a girl of 2021 again. But before we get to Beck's new video where they expose Amber, I just wanted to briefly say something.
Amberlynn did not shower.
So Amberlynn posted a video called Lying to You All, typical clickbait title. All right, do you remember, like, I don't know, like a week ago or something like that, or a week and a half ago, I had posted a little clip of Amber on Instagram where she was saying for her audience to go ahead and give her people that she should react to. And you know who she decided to react to? Herself. Amberlynn, nobody asked for this. Not a single person wants you to sit there all smug and react to yourself. So the first thing I have to say is she tricked you all. I totally understand that she did say that this is the first one in a series of reactions, but people never, ever want to see you reacting to yourself. First of all, no one does this. And second of all, she tries to pretend that there's some accountability and there's some this or that, or she's changed. You are exactly who you were yesterday, who you were 12 years ago, who you were 5 years ago, who you were 7 years ago. You prove that every day. The bottom line is, if you're going to react to reaction channels, which this has to be about that, you don't need to repurpose your own content yet again for lazy content. And I feel like she just wanted to ask people, who should I react to, so that she could do what she genuinely wanted to do under the guise of, my audience told me to react to myself. Nobody cares about you reacting to yourself. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Once I saw this, I could not watch the video. And unless you tell me in the comments that there's something really interesting, please let me know, because this is the first video of hers that I was just like, nope, not doing it today. But I will say one thing. This is what made me click out of her video, okay? At the very beginning, she talks about how she made an early video years and years and years ago, which is like, you know, things that I've lied to you about. And she said that she got inspiration from another YouTuber who had come clean about their lies, and it didn't work out for Amberlynn the way it worked out for that YouTuber. She says that that YouTuber got a lot of support, but Amberlynn did not. Okay. At what point do you think that your audience was going to be okay with you telling them for years that you lied to them? Usually when people admit to their lies, it's not to get recognition or support. That's so odd to me that that's what she literally says, that, you know, the other person got support and she didn't. Why would you ever make a video admitting to your lies in exchange for support? You should be doing it to take accountability, apologize, and move forward and not do that anymore. But remember, she admits in this video that she was doing it to get support. Wow. Okay. I think that says it all. So what really upset me about her video is the blatant lying, and that's when I had to leave the video. It's all the way in the beginning. She said that since that video, I'm going to put it on the screen. Which one? This one, she has not lied since, which is a blatant lie. Really embarrassing. Amber is saying that since the video that was posted in 2017, confessing everything I've lied about, she hasn't lied. Only on your own channel, there are videos for years after stating that you lied. You literally, after this video, lied and said that you broke up with wifey and said you were dating a whole different woman. You lied maliciously for 2+ years, and you dare say that you hadn't lied since then? This is like taking candy from, I don't know, like a baby? Are you kidding me? Look at all the videos that she has had since then where she's admitted that she's lied. And we've caught her in tons of different lies, like she choreographed #1 dancing numbers for years. Right. Okay. So she literally blatantly lies when there's proof on her channel and says that after this video, she did not lie. Amberlynn, honestly, get help and make sure that you tell your therapist the truth. All right, we're going to get into Beck's video. As always, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing I'm saying should be taken seriously. I am sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please do not go out of your way to go to these people's channels. Please do not leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments.
You said you weren't going to speak on me, but then you continued to speak on me, and that's why this entire thing started. Yeah, we were friendly for like a year until you wouldn't stop talking about me, and I was only really friendly with you because we both still talked to Eric and Ricky, and we had to be around each other, so I just wanted to keep things cordial. But I didn't really consider us friends because of the way you treated me throughout the relationship and the way you acted toward the end. And as for the private apology you gave me, I don't recall that ever happening at all. I know that you didn't say that you loved me or that you still loved me, and I know that you also wouldn't have hyped me up. I also know that I didn't drink with you after the breakup, and I don't recall. The only thing that I can think of maybe she could be thinking about is maybe it was in a phone call or a text message, but I honestly really don't think that it happened at all.
Right. So in Beck's new video, they respond to Amberlynn Reid's apology to them and their lack of accountability, the lack of accountability that's in that video. My last response to Beck, that video is what Beck is responding to. Okay? I consider what you just watched the most important part. The most important part, and here's why. In Amber's video, Amberlynn said, okay, that I never meant to disrespect them. This is a quote. Never meant to disrespect them. And I really, really, really did love them. This might be a little tea because no one knows this. But when Beck and I were just friends while I was with Feline, Feline did know this. So don't worry. One night I told Beck that I was really in love with you and I still love you. Like you're a great person. And I hyped them up because I genuinely owe them so much. So basically, Amberlynn said in the video that she did, that one night while she was already with wifey, she confessed all her love to Beck, and that's obviously a lie. In my original response to Amber's response to Beck, I did say that this is a blatant lie. It sounds like a blatant lie because for those of you that don't know, Amberlynn, once the breakup happened, her narcissistic injury happened. She always thought she was better than Beck, in my opinion. And, that's what narcissistic injury is. She cannot get over that Beck dumped her. So I had said to you, hey, go back and watch Amber's live streams from 2021. Amber admitted that she was never in love with Beck, that there was never any romantic love, just like a buddy, like a friend, there was no love. Even going so far as to say she misses nothing about Beck. All right, so this brings us current. Amberlynn says that while she was with wifey Feline, she told Beck one night how in love she was with Beck and that Beck is a great person and, you're so amazing. I was always in love with you. I was so in love with you. And Beck just told you that Amberlynn probably been reading This Never Happened magazine on page. This definitely didn't happen. None of that is true because all lies. So Beck is saying that there was never any private apology. It's really sad, Amber, that you even lied about the private apology. If you've been watching Amber's videos, Amber has said extensively ever since the breakup that she did apologize to Beck in private. And Beck is now saying, not only did you never apologize to me in private, you certainly didn't have that moment that you claimed you had with Feline while dating Feline telling me that you love me. So she never told them that she loved them and she never even apologized. Amber, how embarrassing. You told people for years you privately apologized to Beck. You just made up that story because it fit your narrative. That's all she ever does. Makes up stories that fit the narrative. She knows the audience wanted her to apologize to Beck privately, so she pretended she did. You're caught. Amber has been caught in yet another lie. Am I surprised? No. My point here is this. Amber has been lying for years. She loves to say that she was in love with Beck, that she loved Beck. But then later, after the breakup, she said she wasn't in love with Beck, didn't miss anything about them. The point is, there's your proof. Obviously, the person that has a very long-standing history of lying, Amberlynn, is the one that's lying, okay? It was obvious that you were never in love with Beck. When you are in love with someone, usually you do not mistreat them publicly. And yes, Beck has started telling their story because you would not stop saying negative things about them on the internet when they asked you to stop, and you would not. Amber thinks this has just happened to her. She's missing the whole sensitivity empath situation type deal where you mistreated Beck and this is Beck's story to tell, not yours. At the end of the day, Amber lied to you yet again. A really long time ago when she was doing live streams in 2021, Beck said that Amberlynn creates whole stories that never happened, and this is a great example. Really serious. I know that people are going to write in the comments, oh wow, Amber lied, I'm so surprised. I understand. But like, you know what's wild to me? Amber, you do know that Beck is going to come on the internet and refute it and say, hey, you never told me while you were with Feline that you were really in love with me. So blatant lie on Amber's part. And honestly, I think based on Amber's last response to Beck and in general her whole attitude, she is just so upset that she got caught out there, and everybody on the internet knows the tea now. She never thought she'd get exposed. Great. Thank you, Amber. How does it feel to lie about absolutely everything in your life?
Hey guys, today I'm going to be responding to Amber's My Last Response to Beck video. And I'm going to try to go into this with an open mind, but I'm not expecting much. This was so urgent that it took you 10 days to release this video. I want to thank you for adding me so swiftly to the queue of your videos. I really enjoy my iced tea.
All right, so Beck is referring to Amberlynn posting this video. Look at this. Look, I want you to see this. It was posted on February 16th, 2025, but filmed supposedly at February 7th at 3 a.m. Amberlynn said that there was this, well, all right, she implied that there was a massive urgency here, okay? That, oh, she just had to get this out. Obviously, there was no urgency. Look at that 5,500 dislikes on that video. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person. All right, so here's my point. Amberlynn was trying to highly imply in her video. She just had to get this video out. It was just the sense of urgency. She highly implied that, oh, I just have to film this video. I mean, who films a video at 3 a.m.? Like, obviously, even if you're up, you probably wouldn't be working at that time. You probably would just film it, like, you know, when you're ready to film. She clearly implied that there was a huge sense of urgency, correct? And there wasn't. She posted it on the 16th. How do you post it on the 16th? The 16th, but filmed it on the 7th. So basically what Becca's trying to say, I completely agree with. There's obviously a situation going on with Amber where she absolutely does not care about when she posts this, but tries to impress upon her audience that, oh, it was so urgent. If it was so urgent, this is what Amberlynn would have done. She would have filmed it the day that the video came out and posted it the next day. Now, I know that Amberlynn has this nonsense of pre-recording these old videos. I've said this before. I understand pre-recording if you need a break or you're having surgery, whatever the case may be. Amber does nothing all day. Okay, even if she goes out or does her cleaning rounds, if you believe that, I have a very large bridge of whatever to sell you, okay? Look, Amber has the time. She could have filmed it when the video was released and immediately posted it. It wasn't urgent. It wasn't, I would like to say it was an afterthought for Amber, but it wasn't even. She doesn't care. She's lying in the video. She's pretending to be a person that's taking accountability, that she had to get this video out. How was there such a sense of urgency if you filmed it on the 7th but posted it on the 16th?
People have been pointing out to you for years that you weren't treating me well. It's not that you weren't aware or that people weren't telling you. It's just that you didn't care. I hope that she says more than just, I take accountability, because saying I take accountability isn't actually taking accountability.
Well, this is about, Amber saying I'm taking accountability, all this nonsense. Look, I think this is really, really, really simple. Amberlynn had been told for years, as Beck is saying, that what she did to Beck was not right, that she treated Beck really badly, right? And what's interesting to me is Amberlynn is only offering up a public apology when Beck starts talking about their story and pretty much exposing a lot of things about Amber. What I'm trying to get at is Amber continuously talked about Beck for years, negatively so, after being asked, hey, can you please not talk about me, right? So my question is, why is it that Amberlynn is only doing these fake whatever apologies, these videos on Beck, once Beck started exposing her, instead of just apologizing publicly to Beck, since people have said for years that she's treated Beck incorrectly? It's only because there is all this heat on Amberlynn now. So she thinks if she claims she takes accountability, which she doesn't, and she thinks if she does this, then people will leave her alone. I don't think so. If you were genuine about this, you would have apologized publicly to Beck a long time ago.
Yeah, we did view this relationship differently. I was your caretaker and you were enjoying being taken care of without any appreciation for the things that I did. You made me feel like I owed it to you. Everything that I could possibly give and more. I always owed you more.
Okay, so the thing is that obviously Beck was taken advantage of by Amberlynn, not just because they were her caretaker. And by the way, you know, what I've recently experienced in my comment section is a bunch of people said that Amberlynn did not force Beck to do anything. And while Amberlynn did not physically force anyone to do anything, I want you to like take a look at it, like, 'cause since a lot of people keep asking me this, I just want to respond, okay? This is just my opinion on it. I want those people to take a look at it like this. Without Amberlynn, Beck could not pay the bills at that time because Amber manipulated Beck into quitting their job. I will say that it was Beck's decision, and Beck was an adult, so they made their own choices. That being said, where was Beck gonna go if they didn't do everything that Amberlynn said? They had nothing at that point, you know, and financial manipulation and control are real. So it was forced in a way, like Amberlynn continuously manipulated and financially controlled Beck. That's just my opinion. That's how they were forced. That's my opinion. Okay. So basically, then in Amber's fake apology video, Amber says that she had no idea that Beck did not want to be on camera and was zoning out and did not want to be in the videos. And here's what Beck says about that.
It was not news to you, and it's weird for you to say that it was normal for me to be zoning out and disassociating. You knew why I felt that way, but if you didn't, why wouldn't you ask me what was going on, or why was I acting that way? Why would you just continue filming and let it become the normal? The truth is that you did know because I had told you many times that I did not want to be on camera. And your response was that I owed you and that it was my job to be in the vlogs and to be on camera. So me acting this way was the result of you not caring, and you knew the entire time.
Surprise, surprise. Look, when Amberlynn said in her fake apology that she had no idea that Beck did not want to be in the videos, just on face value, it's clearly a lie. When you are in a relationship, I don't care who you are, you can pretty much tell how your partner is feeling. And I don't even need to be in a relationship with somebody. Okay, you ever been in a situation where you're like somewhere, like at a doctor's office or anywhere, and you just notice that the people around you, anywhere, in a grocery store, in a line, they have like an annoyed look on their face. You can just feel what they're thinking. You know, you just understand that they don't want to be there. Okay, wow, big surprise. Beck was zoning out and didn't want to be there. Amber, being in a relationship with Beck, would have 100% known that, you know, Beck did not want to be filmed. So obviously Amber's statements are just lies and excuses. She just wants to save herself with this and sell herself with this. Okay, let me sell you a lie. Okay, but it's deeper than that. You heard Beck say, and Beck has said this before, that Amberlynn said, you must be in the vlogs. You owe me. I pay your bills, pretty much. And honestly, that is really disheartening, Amberlynn, but it's who you are, and there's no surprises here. How dare you treat another human being that way? Beck owed you nothing. You owed them everything.
Saying I apologize for if you viewed it that way is not an apology. It's not just the way I viewed it, it's what I experienced and what happened to me and what I felt. Right, you're not going to change my opinion on what happened because that's what happened. And saying I take accountability is not taking accountability. I've never seen you take accountability, and I'm still waiting for it in this video.
In Amber's apology video, she tried to say that she took accountability and that she's not going to change people's minds. You know, if Beck felt that way, then they felt that way. Look, mistreatment is mistreatment. It's something that a large group of people can agree is mistreatment. A very large amount of people, I would say the majority, not everyone, but the majority of Amber's audience has agreed that Amber mistreated Beck. And like I said earlier, this has been going on for years. Amber's only now making this video because she needs to save herself. I don't even know why. There's no reputation to speak of. On top of that, At the end of the day, Amber saying I'm taking accountability is the same thing as if I say right now, I really have to just run to the bathroom. Let me pause this recording of this video. Does it mean much? Not to me. So just because you say it doesn't make it true. If someone says all the correct buzzwords that they know the internet wants, it doesn't make it true. Amber's problem ultimately has always been that she believes she is smarter than the audience. Read the room, Amber. People know you'll say the right buzzwords, but we could always tell if you mean them or not. Look, this is really, really simple. Anyone that says I'm taking accountability and then proceeds to say that Beck was lying, which is what Amber said in her video, then proceeds to say that Beck was exaggerating, and if that's how Beck felt, okay, then that's how Beck felt. That's not accountability. That's just appeasing the audience, but the audience is too smart. I think Amberlynn's biggest problem will always be that she believes that she is smarter than the audience. In all these 10 years of media training, or I'm sorry, 12 years that she's been on YouTube, she's figured out the right words to say, but they lack meaning, they lack empathy, they lack substance, Amber.
Those videos where you mistreated me were not private, and neither was all that stuff that you said about me for years. You said you weren't going to speak on me, but then you continued to speak on me, and that's why this entire thing started. And thanks for giving me your permission, but I didn't need your permission to tell my story to begin with. If you're embarrassed to just say any of it out loud, why don't you just say that you did all of it?
Look, the issue with this is that Amberlynn had said in her fake apology video, why are we not doing apologies privately? Why are you talking about this, so publicly? Amber, you spoke about Beck negatively every single year after they broke up with you. You did this publicly. You posted those humiliating and terrible videos of Beck publicly. You told them that they had to be in their videos because they owed you. And the bottom line is, see, Amberlynn not once has acknowledged that she said that she got sick with cancer because of Beck. Just let that sink in. She said that she got sick with cancer because of Beck. No, blame not your ex-girlfriend. Blame yourself for not seeing a doctor sooner. Honestly, at this point, it has to be said. This woman avoided going to the doctor for years and then said, well, it's Beck's fault I got cancer. Make it make sense. You said that Beck was the worst date you ever had. You said they didn't travel to anywhere except their sister's backyard. At the end of the day, had you not trashed them constantly, every single year, in 21, you trashed them when they broke up with you, in 22, in 23, in 24, then had enough nerve to threaten them and said that you were going to sue them if they spoke out about you. This is only happening because you would not leave them alone. You would not stop speaking about them publicly. Honestly, I think all of this is irrelevant. Just her blaming her illness on Beck is enough for me to go and expose her back. That's just my opinion.
All I've seen so far is that you have not grown at all. I don't think that you should be the judge of if you have grown or gotten better. And yeah, some of the worst of it happened behind the scenes, but some of it happened publicly. You cannot take accountability and tell me that I am lying and exaggerating in the same video. I do believe that she thinks that I'm exaggerating because in her mind, everything she did was not a big deal. But I don't think that she forgot about anything that she did. And it seems pretty obvious that she is aware that everything I've been saying is the truth.
Entire video can actually be summed up in one sentence. Amberlynn Reid did not want to make this video because she's not sorry. That's why she won't list, how she says in her apology video, I'm not going to sit here and list all the things that Beck talked about, because she thinks it was okay. Notice what she said in the video. What Amber said in the video is, you know what? I thought that Beck was having a good time. I had no idea. How can two people in the same relationship, when one person is saying, hey, you better be in my videos because you owe me, and the other person's like, but I don't want to. How can two people have a different opinion on that? The bottom line is, look, I took out some parts of Beck's video. That's why I said go check out Beck's entire video. The bottom line is Beck was mistreated, and the person doing the mistreating doesn't care. Amber's apology is so disingenuous because she didn't want to make it.
Nothing she's said so far has seemed genuine at all. And it does matter that it was behind a paywall. What does she expect me to pay $10 to receive her apology?
I genuinely think it boils down to, in the past, I've been making videos about Amber for a few years. I can say that Amber used to behave just a little bit better than she behaves now. She always behaved bad, I guess, in hindsight, but it used to be never as bad as it is now. I think her, in her mind, she's famous. So, you know, like the most popular girl in school syndrome. I think her fake fame went to her head. She actually does believe, Beck, that you should pay $10 to receive the apology. Or she's thinking, well, you know, the reaction channels will relay it publicly, so Beck should know. Honestly, when you are truly sorry, none of this nonsense matters. You make a video that's 1 minute and you say, I take full accountability for everything I've done to Beck. I am so sorry that I put you through that. I will never be able to repay you for the years that I took away from your life. But all I can say is I am genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, sorry. I will never do that again to anybody else. That's a real apology. And you end the video. You do not sit there for whatever amount of minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, monetize the thing, Amberlynn, and say, well, because that's what Amber said, if my apology is behind a paywall, it's a real apology. Honestly, Amber, have you ever genuinely thought of anyone else but yourself? Like I said originally, Amber's just mad that she got exposed and that now all the people that dislike her on the internet know the tea about her relationship with Beck. It's not that difficult to understand what's going on here.
Amber, do you understand why I stopped talking to you and didn't want to be friends?
Beck didn't want to be your friend, Amber, because you mistreated them during the relationship and disrespected them, in my opinion, after the breakup by moving wifey in. That's just my opinion. That was not said by Beck. Then Amber again says in her video about this big apology that she gave to Beck, and Beck says,
Never happened. I still have no idea what you're taking accountability for. A good performance, but we need some tears.
it's interesting. Whenever Amberlynn actually cries on the internet, there's never any tears. Usually there's no tears. And that's because it's a performance on the internet. Performance about Rarity. Performance about Beck. You're just sorry you're getting exposed and everybody here knows it. That's the problem. The problem is Amberlynn continuously believes that she can fool her audience, who are way ahead of this nonsense.
Your most recent ex, Alexis, and who knows who else. This is behavior you've shown for years. You've not become better, and how dare you say you've become a better pet parent after recently losing Rarity. I don't know if I should say this, but maybe you should show this apology video to your therapist. If you're not able to see what's wrong with all of this, maybe they can help you.
I'm fully of the belief that at this point, while I do think that she should be in therapy, it will only work if she tells the therapist the truth. Look, what I think is going on is this. Even if she did show this video to her therapist, the problem is this. Amberlynn lies to her therapist. That is my opinion. It's not a fact, but I fully believe 100% that she lies to her therapist. If you're going to tell me, as Amberlynn did, that she was seen by multiple therapists that told her she's not a narcissist, one or two things is going on. Either Amber is lying about what the therapist said, or Amber lied to them to begin with. Yes, I understand that therapists can pick up on certain things and see people for who they are. That being said, quite frankly, if somebody comes to a therapist and tells them a lie, you know, someone is not a mind reader all the time. Amber has been lying to her therapist for years. Just the fact that she told us, and she told Foodie Beauty, that her therapist told her to go at 4 a.m. and go to somebody's chat. Please, look, the bottom line is this. Amberlynn will never take accountability, will never be sorry, because deep down inside, in her mind, and I'm 100 on this, I think that Amber believes that she has nothing to take accountability for because she didn't do anything wrong. And if her apology videos doesn't prove it, I don't know what does. All right. Rinse, lather, delulu, here we are. Thoughts, comments, questions, leave them in the dislikes down below. Go check out Beck's video. I will link it down below. Thank you all so very much for being here today. I genuinely appreciate your time, for spending some of it with me. If you enjoyed today's video, check out this video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it. You may not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.